Anupma Khanna is the founder of Uttarakhand Corona Help. It's a Facebook group and is created in public interest to connect people and act as a common consolidated platform of coronavirus services in Uttarakhand. They offer COVID-related help in any way possible by having a bigger network and greater social media presence. They have distributed basic necessities like free food, ration and medicines to COVID patients. NewsX proudly recognizes second wave superhero Anupma Khanna.
Hello and welcome. You are watching NewsX. Today on the second wave of superheroes, I have with me Anupma Khanna, and she is a special correspondent with the Pioneer newspaper. She is also the founder of Uttarakhand Corona Help. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much, Fiza. It's my honor.
Thank you. And so the first question to you is what motivated you to start the Uttarakhand Corona Help?
Okay, so to tell you very precisely, Fiza, around 1 month ago, there was an unprecedented spike in the number of COVID cases in Uttarakhand, in Dehradun specifically, and it was becoming into a nightmare. So very early on, I realized that the scale of the pandemic was so huge that it was very essential for citizens in their individual capacity to come together and try to help each other instead of just a few NGOs or just the government. So with this in mind, I started a Facebook group called Uttarakhand Corona Help. The purpose was very straightforward. Anybody who needs any help related to COVID could simply post a message and ask for help. And the rest of the community, people like you and me from different backgrounds, we would do everything possible to help this person. The spirit behind it being as if it was somebody from our very own family who wanted this help. So like I've been saying, the philosophy behind the group and also the motivation is that we are all together in this.
Yes, and how has it been going so far? How has literally Corona Help been going in Uttarakhand?
So the response from people has been phenomenal, truly speaking. In terms of strength, we were already about 2,000 members with a lot of other visitors in the first 2 weeks itself, and it's growing. And also important is that you don't need to become a member to post any message for help. So anybody, you can just visit and you can mark a help SOS. And another very interesting thing is that the quality of engagement from all group members, it is absolutely fantastic. So if I were to put it in a line, Uttarakhand Corona Help here has become the go-to platform for anybody wanting help. It's really amazing from people here.
Indeed, that's awesome. So how has it what sort of people have probably asked for or come forward for helping the others? Is it you volunteered or people have automatically come to you and said that, yeah, they want to help?
Okay, so I'll take a minute or two to elaborate on this question because it's very relevant. See, in terms of numbers, in the last 4 weeks, we have helped about 1,000 COVID-affected patients and families directly. When I say directly, what that means is SOS calls from people who needed oxygen cylinders, even in the middle of the night, who needed plasma, who needed hospital beds, ICU beds, ventilator beds, right, medicines and all of that. So that's 1,000 directly. Other than that, we have also been providing water bottles and food for patients and attendants in the government hospitals in Dehradun because we knew there was a gap there. Other than that, we also, through donation from group members, we bought about 15 oxygen cylinders. And for the last 1 month, we have been circulating them absolutely free of cost to needy patients to provide them emergency oxygen support. And overall, the number of beneficiaries has been around 6,000. Now, coming to how this happened, it's very simple. Initially, the day I created the group, I invited about, let's say, 100 people in my circle to join it. And after that, the group membership has grown completely organically. And now we are like one extended family. And what happens is whenever there is any message on the group, the other group members automatically start working on it as per their voluntary help and availability. And we verify leads. An important part is we just don't give 50 numbers to a family in need because you're just increasing their agony then. So we have verified leads and we try to connect these families to service providers, whatever it is, right? And people who are the members, it's people like you and me from completely different backgrounds. I would say citizens of Uttarakhand, right? another very important aspect, Fiza, is we have a lot of members who are expats. Basically, people who are settled in, we have members from Europe, America, and Middle East, and Asia, other countries as well. They have their families back in Dehradun. For most of them, their parents, elderly senior citizens are back in Dehradun, and these people are settled outside, right? So a lot of those people have also come to us for help, and it's a huge support for everyone because there's a sense of having this huge community going out for each other, and we've been doing it 24/7. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, like, how has it been for you? Like, has it mentally, physically, and like for you and for the group members that you're working with?
Yeah. So, Fiza, one, I would very strongly say that while I talk to you here, I'm actually representing every group member. That's extremely important. And so, whatever I say, I am sure that I echo the sentiments of everyone else as well. For us, in terms of the number of hours we've been putting in or the effort, yes, it's been extremely demanding. I mean, for the last 1 month, practically, we were working 24/7, right? So physically, yes, demanding, but the very gratification and the satisfaction that we are able to help somebody who really, really needs it right now is a joy far greater than any. And that has been the stress buster for all of us. So that's how it's been happening. And yeah, at times, it would happen that the patient who was looking for something passed away maybe a few days later. So that's very saddening. But then for every such life, there are hundreds of others that we've been able to save. And that's what keeps us going.
That's awesome. So, like, if you started this organization and like people are helping, people are getting help, so like what sort of feeling is it for you in the end?
Okay. So I have always believed as an individual, and I really mean what I say, but I've always believed that we all are here for a limited number of years, and how much meaning you add to your life matters a lot more than any other materialistic success. So this feeling that we've been, and another thing, I feel that in the COVID pandemic, in the second wave, the way it has hit people, there are clearly two categories. One who've been totally affected by it directly, and the others are the more fortunate ones who till now have not been affected, which means that, okay, their families are safe, immediate families, right? So I truly feel that for us as a society and for us as human beings, it is our fundamental duty to help if we have not been affected so far, right? So at the end of the day, I would say that it is absolutely the deepest level of happiness that we've been able to help others. And I always say when we help somebody else, we are not doing a favor on that person, because ultimately the reward you get in the sense of gratification supersedes everything else. So it's been a very satisfying experience, I would say.
Indeed. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on the show. And it's been amazing to talk to you, and the commendable work that you've been doing and helping the citizens, not only of Uttarakhand, but the citizens of India. And it's really a great deal providing them things, and saving even a single life gets you a lot of blessings from that person. And thank you so much.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.